All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before we start, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, whom we well. Salutations unto the Akim across the globe, pushing this truth, in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
And in today's lesson, man, we want to be going into how, in this truth, you have to balance yourself out. All right, you can't be too up, and you can't be too low. All right, you have to figure out how to balance yourself, man. And you really figure that out throughout time, man. Because the Lord will show you, you too in the flesh. The Lord will show you that, hey, you got to balance it out, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Come.
So we can go ahead and start off with Philippians.
Come. This is the book of Philippians, chapter 4, and verse 12. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Yep, and that's just pretty much that balance, man. You get that daily bread, so to speak, man. We have just enough to get us through these times, man. The Lord said that he wouldn't put too much on us that we couldn't bear it, So the Lord is with us in our daily walks, man. We just have to figure out our balance, and pretty much that focus should be, where our treasure is. Ultimately, the truth. Ultimately the kingdom.
Yeah, I had something to back you up.
Mm-hmm.
This is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 8. Verse 7, it says, 2 things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. It says, remove far from me vanity and lies, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me with food convenient for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want too much to the point where we fall out. What the scriptures say, in I believe in the book of Matthew, where, hey, the cares of this world will choke you out.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And we don't want to be, we don't want to be just homeless out here without nothing, man. Yeah. All right? Because, hey, the Lord will give you that what you need, man. Yeah. You got to pray for that. You got to earnestly pray for that.
Yep.
Verse 9. It says, least I be full and deny thee and say, who is Yahweh? Or least I be poor and steal and take the name of my power in vain. So, yeah, it all goes back to that balance, man.
Yeah.
All right, and every brother really knows what's a good balance for you.
Yeah, well, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, and verse 1. It says, a false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. All right, it says, when pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. Yeah, and pretty much, man, just going into, you got to know how to move, like, in your day-to-day, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Lord not going to give you too much, like just the Psalm said, man. Oh, what was it, Proverbs?
That was Proverbs, yeah.
The Proverbs 30, The Lord not going to give you so much that he's just going to give you what's convenient enough for you to serve him.
Right.
Pretty much. And ultimately, the focus got to be serving him. Everything else, Yahweh Shemel Shai, he just work it out, right? But you gotta be balanced. You just pretty much handling your day-to-day affairs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You work for your daily bread.
Mm-hmm.
We're not trying to make it in this world, but hey, we know that we gotta, work and be sufficient to get through day to day. And that's what the Lord provide us with, man. It's actually perfectly balanced.
Come on. Yeah. I got the Luke chapter 21 and verse 34. It says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts, which means your mind, your lob. It says, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day comes upon you unawares. And that's the reason why you want to have a balance. You don't want to be consumed with the world and consumed with having fun like the 2/3 are, man. All right? Because that day is going to catch you off guard.
Yeah.
Just like it tells you in Matthew 24 and 37, hey, as the days of Noah were, so shall also be the coming of the Son. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Because everyone's scoffing, drinking, marrying. They're being consumed with the world, man. So they're going to be taken by the flood out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. That parable about the wise virgins and the
Yup.
foolish virgins.
Yep.
Hey, yo, oil, which is also going into balance, man. Hey, your day-to-day got to be studying to show thyself approved, man. You know, you got to be balanced studying and then with your personal life, you know, because we got to make sure our oil is trimmed, and at the end of the day, man, we got to be on ready and on point, man, apt to teach, like the scriptures say. You know, it's a lot of different areas that you have to manage in the truth, man. You know, ultimately the focus and the priority be doing the work of the Lord, you know.
I want to grab the meaning of that word surfeiting. All right, it says the giddiness and headache caused by drinking wine to excess. And of course, that's spiritually, but as well as physically, as the elder Aramlam said, man. All right, hey, spiritually first and foremost, because hey, if you out here just drunken with these philosophies, all right, not being awake to what's going on through the understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, through the prophecies written in the scriptures, hey, when that day comes, you're gonna get caught off guard, all right, because you're not on your watch. On your watch, all right, you have to be prudent. You have to be wise. Mm-hmm. The scriptures say the prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. How does he hide himself? By staying on point, man.
That's right.
By having that balance. They say the fool pass on and are punished. The foolish are those that are consumed with this world. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, and the balance to that is not. There's nothing wrong with having a drink.
That's
you know,
right.
you just got to know how to manage. Like, it's just about managing, man. It's about being in balance, man. You really got to follow the spirit. Yahweh Bashim outside. If you in the spirit and you self-examining yourself like we supposed to be, then the Lord is going to let you know when you're, in a false balance,
That's
man.
right.
And the Lord going to put it on your spirit to correct it, man. You know?
Hey, because some brothers could handle certain levels, all right, so to speak. So everybody really knows in their spirit, what balance you really need. You just got to work towards that, man.
Yeah.
And keep it on your forefront of your mind.
That's right.
To get that, I'm going to grab this Sirach 31-27. It says, wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately. All right, so in moderation. All right, whatever you can in moderation, man, hey, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, your portion, man.
That's right. It says, what life is then to a man that is without wine, for it was made to make man glad.
Yeah.
All right, going back to that balance. All right, this Sirach 31-27.
That's the
Salakia, Khan.
Yeah, Khan.
All right, that was a loop. I wanted to grab one more. Yup, this Sirach 37. Salakia, verse 29. It says, be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For
Babak Bashar, can you start at 27?
Verse 27, it says, my son.
Salakia, 28.
Come. For all things are not profitable for all men. Salakia. This Sirach 37-28. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither hath every soul pleasure in everything.
It's about finding your balance, man. All right, and through the spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna let you know. You just really gotta submit yourself to him, man. To be his servant first and foremost, man. That's our portion, man. Our portion is to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua first and foremost, man. All right, so that surfeiting that the brother was going into, that's secondary, man. You gotta be built up, and but it's levels to it, like the brother was going into, man. The priority needs to be serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
That's right. And you can know how you're going off if you're not doing your reading, you're not studying, you're not being in the spirit. You could tell.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Verse 28, be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. Yeah. So hey, everything goes back to balance, man. Yeah. Your wine, your meats, what you eat.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, man. Yeah. Everything goes back to
that balance.
Balance, man. We got it, 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 30. Verse 31.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 31. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away.
And that's another example of balance, because
Mhm.
we use certain things that will help us in this daily walk, man. But
Yeah.
we're not overly consumed with, oh, I need help from the government, and I'm gonna just lean upon the staff of Egypt, right? Because when that MOTB comes out, are you gonna still lean upon the government, Egypt, right?
Yeah.
You know, hey, we get our driver's license, our ID, our et cetera. But these people out here, man, they just depended on them.
Yeah.
They look at them as their God.
Yeah, they fully enveloped in the way of Babylon, man. Their mindset is fully Babylonian. They convinced that this is the way to live, man. And that's a false balance, man, because the scripture just said this world passes away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they man, unbalanced, man, because they gonna be the ones caught unawares. You know,
Yes.
when this happened, man, they too into the world, man. They're fully giving over unto the world, man. They abusing it, man.
Right.
They of the world. They not just using it, man. You know, and that's why that balance, that perfect balance, is us serving Yahweh Bashim outside. That's what keeps us balanced, man, and not falling into this world, man. Because everything else is of the world. Everything else is of idolatry and that drunkenness, that wine, but that metaphorical wine, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that doctrine. You know what I'm saying? So,
this is the curses, man. All right, we were meant to go to our enemy for want of all things. All right, but that doesn't mean when that MOT comes out, hey, the scriptures say that we're no longer going to stay upon him that smote him. Loosely paraphrased.
Yeah.
You know.
Come on.
So hey, man, when the MOTB comes out, we're gonna fully disconnect from this place.
That's
man.
right.
We're gonna lean upon Yahweh Tazah.
Lord will. Yahweh Tazah, man. Khan, that's beautiful.
So Lord willing, that was edifying. Call Halalim La. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Chakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who move well. Salutations unto the brothers in the four corners of the earth, pushing his word with truth and with sincerity. Shalom and a Baba Ball.